Hey everyone, this is Russell from Emerald Sun Dice, if you didn't know. I wanted to talk with everyone today about an issue that's been on my mind, which is epoxy resin yellowing over time. So, when I started making dice, which was in 2019, I had seen posts that people had made about their handmade resin dice that they had bought turning yellow over time. And so, when I looked for a resin to use for myself, I looked at that specifically and looked for resins that had UV stabilizers in them and said right there that they resisted yellowing over time. And I landed on Art and Glow resin, which I've enjoyed very much. But I did just find this 50 millimeter D20 Master that I'd cast about 2 years ago, started to yellow. I think you can see it, especially against the white. Now, this is a bit of an extreme case because this is obviously very large. I think a normal size D20 at this age probably wouldn't look as noticeable, but hard to say. So I was a little bit bummed because there's no way to know how long it's going to last without just seeing. And at that time, I didn't have the benefit of now in 2022 we have a huge dice making community with at this point 3+ years experience with different epoxies, and people have used tons. I've talked a lot with other makers this week about different epoxy resins and how long they've lasted, and I've seen resins that start to yellow in weeks. So I think that this has performed very admirably, but all epoxy resin does eventually yellow. So that's just the medium, and despite my best efforts, I found a good one, but there is no perfect one. So what I'm thinking is, should I start changing my designs to plan ahead for this yellowing? Which is a bit of a bummer because I love my clear looks. This is something I've been working on. I was going to do a bit of a confetti dupe, but I think maybe now I shouldn't. But I'm gonna leave that up to the community that supports handmade dice. Is that something you'd still want to see? Do you still want dice that have that clear aesthetic now, knowing that in 3 years or more they'll start to slowly tint yellow? Or should I do darker designs that incorporate less clear epoxy into it, and ones that I might think would age more gracefully even 5-10 years down the line? The other thing to think about, if you do have handmade dice, this business, this handmade dice boom that's happened over the last several years, there's a lot of epoxy dice out there, and they are gonna slowly start to turn yellow. And I would just say, no, if that does happen, we're doing our best. I know I did my best, but you can't know. You can't know until you have that long-term data. And unfortunately, it wasn't totally transparent when I started. What are you going to do? It's not going to stop me from making dice. I hope it doesn't stop you from supporting handmade dice. Something I forgot to mention is there was recently Art and Glow changed their formula. This would have been their old formula. So, like I said, about 2 years, starting to show that yellow tint. And this new formula, I've emailed the company back and forth, and they said that the new formula should be even more resistant. They couldn't go into detail as to why, which, I'm sure is proprietary, but that's cool. That's good news. So I don't know if that means instead of 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I can't know. I'll know 3 or 4 years from now. But anyway, I just wanted everybody to know, if you don't know, that all epoxy resin is going to yellow. There's nothing we can do about it. Unless somebody's got some secret magic I don't know about. Let me know. But, yeah. We're all out here doing our best. I hope you still support Handmade Dice. And let me know what you'd like to see from my designs in the future. Should I keep doing clear stuff anyway? See how long this new formula stays clear? Or should I go to stuff that's maybe a little more opaque, maybe a little bit darker? Or, I don't know. I gotta think about it. But please let me know what you think. And if you watch this whole thing, thank you. I know I'm rambling a bit. But I just wanted to put it out there. Thanks.